Buddy, did you just fuck my ex Reapers? What is good? It's your boy Laser. He's back with another scary reaction video. He's on the scary content, so I continue to laugh at you guys. Written a top 5 winter SCP monsters. Guys, wintertime be crazy as fuck. We're dash straight. If you enjoy scary content, these more scary videos features, please sleeping. You subscribe and turn the notification bell icon. I also stream every night on Twitch. Go check out the stream, freaking amazing. Let's dive straight in this video.
Well, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire, it just might kill you because it's anomalous. A little darker than expected, eh? With winter fast approaching, it's always nice to cozy up and consume some media that reflects the chilly weather. Personally, I like playing winter levels of old video games, but we can look at some winter SCP monsters too. The top 5 winter SCP monsters. Let's do it. Coming in at number 5, we've got SCP-251. Here's a classic piece of wintry imagery for you, a snow globe. What's more chilly and cozy and possibly Christmassy than a little glass orb full of water and white particles?
Oh, what the fuck? Holy shit. Ho ho ho, Santa Claus.
Maybe there's even a little scene in there, a tableau. Hell, it might even play a tune. This snow globe is extra special though. Ever since it was brought into Foundation custody, it hasn't stopped snowing in there. The thing is, nobody's moved it in years. Like, it sat still on a table in a locked room, yet still manages to continuously present blizzard conditions. Weird, right? Well, that's not even the half of it. See, no one's allowed to be near this thing for too long. If you're in close proximity to 251 for an extended period of time, you'll start getting weirdly violent and emotional, sometimes even xenophobic.
Oh.
Nobody
Violent and emotional. Hey you person talking in the video right now. I'm gonna slit your throat. You know why? You were spying on me when I took a little poopy that other night.
needs their mental state lowered any more than it already is lately, so it's for the best that we all avoid it at all costs. However, those with especially morbid curiosities might still feel an urge to go check it out. The snow globe is partially animate, and what I mean by that is that it changes over time. Photos taken over the years prove it. All the little dioramas inside shift and move and become new scenes if it's left alone long enough. They're all wintry and chilly looking, but none of them are full of festive cheer or warm nostalgia. Nope, every scene 251 has exhibited is violent and morbid. These scenes range from the fantastical, like a man running from a giant spider, to realistic brutality, like police officers forcing a man to his knees at gunpoint, or children being dangled over a well by their ankles. A fun little oddity for sure, but the fact that it displays disturbing imagery and causes folks to lose it is cause for concern. Maybe stick to the goofy Disney one that plays It's a Small World. Coming in number 4, we've got SCP-924. These things are downright terrifying. Known as ice water men, that's just what they are. Pale, humanoid, antler-adorned creatures that thrive in freezing cold aquatic environments. They love—
Look at those teeth.
to ambush their prey by popping up out of holes in the ice and dragging them down to their frigid doom. Absolutely horrifying. Don't think you can outrun one either. Even if you're above water and they're below, ice watermen can swim up to 30 kilometers per hour and can go for a very long time.
Imagine like putting your feet in the water, bro, and like you see like whatever that fucking skinwalker bitch was, man. Holy fucking shit. Oh no, stop pulling me on your way.
You've got specialized gills that make it easy for them to survive even a kilometer below the
Look at those hairs. Ooh.
surface. After they snag their prey, their victims will remain submerged for up to 6 hours. After that, their bodies show up somewhere in the area with all of their internal organs liquefied and removed. Corpses also tend to show signs of high pressure stress and are filled to the brim with bacteria that are very proficient at breaking down muscle tissue. They tend to do most of their hunting around popular ice fishing lakes. Most reported victims have been ice fishermen, which sort of explains why this
is beautiful, bro. Holy shit. This is beautiful as fuck. I'm getting emotional.
Isn't a wider spread story. Ice fishing comes with plenty of its own inherent danger, and folks disappearing tends to get chalked up to accidents and misfortune instead of supernatural creatures. If only folks knew the real cause. Scarier still, after the Foundation caught wind of these creatures, they discovered something new. One might think that these horrid beasts would stick to the water, but no. A mobile task force assigned to a lake where they had been reported found that they're actually able to support themselves above water. So this seems to imply that even if you're not specifically ice fishing and are on a vessel of some sort, you could be in big trouble. Terrifying. Coming in at number 3, we've got SCP-5140. When first reading about this snowy mountainous SCP, it appears to be a big pile of dangerous corpses. Estimated at around 100 bodies, this is a mass burial ground full of hikers who couldn't conquer Mount Everest. These cadavers are cold, like really cold, like they'll sap the warmth
Ooh, scary.
entirely out of your body cold. They're ectoentropic, meaning that if they contact anything emitting warmth, they will absorb that heat without getting any warmer themselves. So any human that comes into contact with one of these will likely end up as cold and dead as the bodies. Yikes. But that's just the beginning. The rest of the article comes in the form of correspondence between Base Camp and a team of Mountain Climbing Foundation agents. Their mission was to discover and bury as many of the instances as possible in order to prevent further casualties. But as they made their way along, previously buried bodies became unburied. And then they started moving, disappearing from under people's noses, even tearing up tents at their camp. Things got more and more dire, and eventually the person communicating with Base Camp found themselves
Frosty the Snowman. You frozen, buddy? What's the matter? Let me lick that beard. Oh, I got a crystal on my fucking tongue.
in an inescapable position. The corpses seemed to be everywhere, outnumbering even the highest estimates of what was possible. One by one, team members were assimilated into the frozen mass of bodies. Communication was soon after cut off. But there's even more, if you're willing to hear it. After this incident, a more in-depth analysis of the mountain was performed, and the results were terrifying. See, folks had assumed that Everest was covered in bodies, right? You know, just the adventurers who tried to scale it and didn't make it. But there aren't just bodies on the surface. There are bodies inside the mountain. In fact, 45% of the mountain is estimated to be bodies, and that number is rising faster than it should be. Coming in at number 2, we've got SCP-3799. Watching the snowfall can be mesmerizing, right? But be careful, that magical crystalline powder can be deadly. It's cold, it's slippery, and
How deadly we talking? How deadly we talking though, buddy?
it doesn't give a good goddamn about you. Being immersed in snow is not fun, especially when you're compelled to seek out more cold. I should probably explain where I'm going with this. SCP-3799 is a gigantic sphere of anomalous snow that is floating above an island that I will not be naming for the sake of safety. This orb has cognitohazardous properties and as such was being studied by a Foundation team. They set up shop out in the middle of this snowy wonderland and did their best to understand how it worked. This big old snowball generates snow in a fixed range around it, causing a permanent winter of sorts. It doesn't just make for one big never-ending snowball fight though, it also compels people to become one with the snow. As mesmerizing as regular snow is, this stuff is extra interesting. Folks who observe it over long periods of time will become obsessed with it and feel the need to become totally immersed. Once they do so, hypothermia sets in and they eventually die, but their corpses don't stay behind. The snow generated by 3799 seems like regular snow, but if a dead body remains within it, that body will also break down and become
Buddy. No, I was about to say a whole lot of nothing.
Snow. The human body is impure, made of flesh and blood, but snow.
So yeah, it's crazy thing, bro, that like we just have like gushy like guts inside of us just like moving around. But that doesn't that like make you guys cringe?
Snow is clean and bright. Join us in the cold, brothers and sisters. Coming in at number 1, we've got SCP-4666. You've heard of Krampus. You've heard of Bad Santa. This holiday season, get ready for SCP-4666. To be honest though, you probably don't want to encounter this.
Look at those teeth, bro. Oh my god. And that motherfucker's onto some dirty axe here. Buddy, did you just fuck my ex
thing during your holiday festivities. For most of the year, it lies dormant. Nobody will see or hear from it during spring, summer, or fall, but the winter, that's when it shines. The tall humanoid
crazy ass teeth.
figure will appear at someone's house for 12 days every December, usually corresponding with the final days of the year and going into the first 2 days of January. The time that 4666 is active is known as a Weissnacht event. To be targeted during this time, your home has to be relatively rural, must contain a child under 8, and should be surrounded.
Oh my god, bro, give me a fucking, oh my god, this is making me jealous. I so wish I was in here, bro. Imagine just fucking your shotty in here, bro. In the middle of this goddamn, oh man.
by snow for the entirety of the period. If these conditions are met, you could be visited by this horrid thing. For the first 7 days of a 𝐈𝐭'𝐬 event, only the children in the house will notice its presence. They'll claim to see it around the property and will wake up in the middle of the night to watch it looking at them through the window. On the 8th day of 𝐈𝐭'𝐬, the parents will start to believe the kids. Footsteps will be heard on the rooftop and bad odors will permeate throughout the house with no apparent source. They don't think it's 4666 though, they think it's a haunting or a stalker. On the 12th day, it gets really scary though. There are two possibilities here. One is that nothing will happen. The weird happenings will stop and everyone will wake up safe.
Look at the big ass moon. Look at the moon. It's beautiful.
Except the kids will find presents waiting for them, usually crafted from the remains of other dead children.
Pure blood monster.
However, this happy ending only occurs about 15% of the time. The other
Look at those teeth. Oh shit.
85 sees everyone in the house being killed save for one child. Said child is then kidnapped and brought to an unknown location. These killings are not pleasant, often taking on a ritualistic feel with family members first incapacitated and then killed in sight of each other. Not fun. There have been some accounts of the terrible hovel that the children are brought back to, and it feels a little like a cursed Santa's workshop with the kids forced to make toys out of the bodies of other kids while eating meager meals. So while you cozy up by the fire this year, try not to think of this dark version of wintertime rituals. Sheesh. As if the season wasn't cold enough, now you've got some tales of monsters that will chill you to the bone. What'd you think of the list?
Back to the bone. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
Were you already familiar with these freaky creatures? What's the best winter SCP monster out there?
Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, which one of those winter SCP monsters is most scary to you? These are scary content. These are scary features to do. I'll see you next one. Peace.